Matthew here. In today's video, I want to share my deepest apologies to Chris Wilson and Grinding Gear Games for all the trouble I caused when I was a kid. So if you've ever heard of the phrase, cry baby cry, that was me 2 years ago when I was in my adolescence.
I know that stench.
Just like my sister, who used to be my brother. Hey guys, it's Dan here. Today, I'm very excited to leak some cool stuff we're getting in the upcoming 3.29 expansion. Right now, I'm at the GGG office, and currently it's July 14th, and I'm playtesting for the upcoming announcement and teaser season. So hopefully my editor gets everything ready and posted before the live stream, all right? Otherwise, I'm going to be making some restructuring of my staff team. Anyway, the most important reason you are here right now is that you need a very strong Uber build with more than 100 million DPS, 100,000 EHP, and is under a 1 divine budget or a league starter. In other words, you want to beat Fubgun in day 1, finish the Atlas, and grab that headhunter before he does, right? Well, that's why I'm here. I'm the guardian angel here to save you from party players and destroyer of economies like my brother Fubby. In case if you don't know, my name is Dan, and I'm the biggest and oldest build maker in the history of Path of Exile. A lot of streamers respect me and recognize me as a legend. Hey, I'm just here to help people, okay? I'm a very charitable person, all right? Everything is free here. You don't need any Twitch subscriptions, nor do you need any Discord membership fee, okay? I'm the most humble and honest creator in the platform. I hate everything about AI, and I agree with everyone on Reddit. And most of all, I'm the least political creator in the platform. I want you guys to just look at my build here and tell me if it's good enough for you. This thing right here is based on Trinity and Elemental Equilibrium. It's got nothing to do with the Breachlord Ascendancy. This is by far the most unique version of Elemental Hit that uses uber cheap uniques. But you still get around a decent 140 to 150 million DPs for 2 to 3 divines. Moreover, this skill has a decent clear speed, good enough to farm the new league mechanic, you know? And if you're still not satisfied enough, you can get billions and billions of DPs in my endgame version. It's quite underrated for the amount of scaling you get. I would highly recommend leveling with anything other than this skill. So, I'm currently cooking on a cheaper version for you guys, a real build guide with POE that includes step-by-step leveling. It's all free as I'm doing it for charity, so don't worry about it. Trust me. The next build I'm working on is my Poison Impending Doom Occultist. It's absolutely uber viable. Fully dot-capped, high clear speed, highly versatile, very strong defenses. You can farm almost all content that's available to play, and it's very fun to play, quite smooth if you set up correctly. The only thing you need to find is the Foulborn Dodra's Scorn Helmet. Once you get that, it's extremely easy to level. The items are so cheap that even my grandma can afford it, and she plays hardcore SSF. You need a proper written guide for this.
They're literally just nerfing my build. They're just looking at my POB and they're nerfing every item. What is this, dude? I gotta start making paid POB so GG can't look at it, you know what I'm saying? Next POB's gonna be paid.
Which is why today's video is sponsored by Epic POE Builds. With over 6,000 members, it's a group of passionate players like me who make the strongest endgame builds with very detailed written guides. And unlike sites like Maxroll, these guys also make secret farming strats which are only available to the paid members. This model is brilliant because, you know why? Because 1, if only a few people play these strats, then they make more profit out of it. And 2, most of these strats also include exploits, which is only visible to their paid members. And anything that's not public is hidden from GGG and their nerf hammers. This is all available to their basic tier. And if you upgrade your membership, you get to buy the builds that they play, which are the most powerful endgame builds. It will only cost you the divines it took to make them. They don't do any RMT stuff like other websites, you know. They're completely against any monetary transaction outside the membership fee, which is like the cheapest subscription fee on Twitch, all right? So the next build in my cooking jar is the Animate weapon of ranged arms Necromancer. Another witch build that's probably the comfiest minion build I've ever played in Path of Exile. The issue I have with melee minions is the clunkiness and the delays while you're mapping, you know? But this is one of the few minion builds that's great for both mapping and uber bossing. It's much faster than mages, golems, and even most specters. Once you set it up, it's just super comfy to play. You press Convocation every once in a while because these guys are pretty aggressive than any minion I've ever played. I prefer Poison variant because it's pretty easy to scale. Even the trans gem is quite cheap, you know? You just need to scale some minion damage, minion chaos damage, minion poison, minion attack speed, and some minion gem levels. So that's all there is to it. The next build is my Exsanguinate Reap Mine build. You can play this on a lot of classes, but I prefer the Trickster. Mines are an archetype that's enjoyed by a niche community of players. So be warned of that. If you don't enjoy the trap and mine playstyle, then this one is a pass for you. Usually trap and mine skills are best for just boss rushing, you know? But the Exsanguinate mines can clear Legion packs quite fast. You just spam a bunch of these, and the shiny tentacles will shatter everything around you. If you want shiny tentacles, you need to buy that MTX. Enough advertising for now. So for your single target, you want to use a high-level Reap Mines. This will shatter uber bosses if you put a decent currency into your build. I think somebody on YouTube plays this every league. Some people just fall in love with my builds. This build is dedicated to all my dear Flicker Strike enjoyers out there. It's handmade and cherry-picked to deal massive amounts of single target damage. It's got insane clear speed, insane DPS, insane epileptic seizures. The only downside is a lack of physical damage reduction. I mean, it only has 50,000 PDR, which is low according to my standards. Another downside is that you cannot level with Flicker Strike, but I can give you a couple of options for leveling. Flicker Strike requires you to maintain tons of Frenzy charges as fast as possible. In this case, we also stack as much critical strikes as well. Then we use a Terminus Est once we get to the 60s. It's super uber fast, but it's clunky uber fast, you know? Some of you guys may not like this playstyle, especially if you have certain health issues. But it's highly recommended for people with mental health issues, like Reddit mods and Fubgun fans, you know? My build currently has over a 100 million DPS and 120,000 of EHP, and it's cost less than 2 divines at leaguestarter. So I'll be posting soon, all right? Up next is my Kinetic Blast Necromancer with Cast on Crit Volatile Dead. I passed this build concept to my friends on Twitch, but only one of them took it seriously. An Asian American guy by the name Juggernaut expanded my concept quite well that it became one of the popular meta builds in 3.27. It's actually quite simple because the thing that made it viable was the new Necromancer's Corpse Pack node. You basically attack super fast with this, so you trigger balls more frequently. It's quite a fast-paced build with the only downside of poor visibility. You can barely see anything going on, but you don't have to, because these big balls will do your bidding just like summon raging spirits. So if you enjoy that playstyle, this one is worth a try. And yes, it's 100% league start viable. The last one on my test list is the Cyclone of Tumult Slayer build. Credits to my Russian friend who playtested it for me. This thing is a fast spin-to-win Beyblade, man. You just press one button and move around while everything in your way gets deleted instantly. All you need is a bunch of trash stuff like Carnage Heart, and Abysses, and a Ryslatha's Coil. This thing uses Shockwave support, which was quite significantly buffed this league. They've also added an exceptional version called Void Shockwave support. And this looks like a thing which adds a few billion DPS to my build. So it's a pretty win-win for a spin-to-win build. The rare items are also quite cheap. You can just gamble and throw some implicits here and there. Then you can farm Ubers and Nightmare maps, and even Void maps, just in case if you want to farm some Mage Bloods. Don't worry about it, I've got it completely worked out right now. I do all this for charity. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and wait. See you soon, my fellow exiles.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo pa' dar la alegría y cosa buena. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
There's no context that makes it okay to victim blame fucking rape victims. And there's no context that makes it okay to say that without reproduction, men would have killed off all women. There's no fucking context there. There's no context that spins that to make it right. You fucking troglodytes. There's no context that makes that right.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo pa' dar la alegría y cosa buena. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena,